Hello, welcome in. Welcome. Tonight, I'm going to talk about your burning questions, politics, Trump, aliens, mediumship, and more. Don't forget, this Saturday, September 6, 2025, the Eckhart Tolle A New Earth book club with Peaceful Nik starts. You can join on Zoom if you want to talk back and forth, or you can watch the live stream. Either way, get the book for a few dollars everywhere books are sold, or for free at your local library. Hi, Julie. Your question's my first one on the list. And the book club's totally free. We're going to have a good time. Probably talk for about an hour. I do have readings the rest of the day after that. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Julia. Everybody follow Julia. She is also a medium, and she is trying to start a development circle. Let me know, Julia, how that's going. Okay, lots of great questions coming in. So don't forget, the book club is this Saturday, September 6th, 10 a.m. Eastern. I know that's a little early for Pacific time, but here we are. And I only made it that early because I've got readings the rest of that day. So maybe we'll switch it up between Friday night and Saturday, because it's going to take several weeks to get through the book. All right. So question from Gemma. Will I receive adjudication and justice in my court case? Not sure who is delaying the process. All right. I'm going to pull a tarot card for that. For Gemma. I have all the questions you guys left on my socials in a document. I'm going to go through those as well. All right, one card for Gemma. Will she find justice? And the card is 7 of Cups, endless choices and opportunities. And this is a card of emotion. So see all the different options. So right now, they're daydreaming, wishful thinking. There is no, so this is a positive card, right? But there's no absolute answer to when this case will be settled. So it's a positive card, but no absolute answer to when it'll be settled, because there's a lot of different options. Okay, it could be settled a little bit, it could be settled a lot. Okay, that's for you, Gemma. All right. I want to say hi, Holly, hi, Aunt Jen, hi, Marlena, hi, Janet, Miss Jackson, Be Free, Deborah, and Julie. Chris wants to know, will Fox News ever say they were duped about Fanta, you know who, the orange guy, and Come Clean? It's all about the money. It's all about the ratings. They don't give one bleep about any human being. And if you look back at their text messages between each other about him and how they really feel about him, you know, the people, the humans that are working there, feel like he's a POS, but they get paid to lie. So will they say they're duped? I don't know if they will admit it outright. I think there's a lot of loony people that work there. I don't know that they're ever going to come on TV and hold a press conference and say, we were fooled. I think they're just going to slowly shift away from him. So that's my answer. They're going to slowly shift away, just like when George W. Bush wanted to start a war in Iraq first before Afghanistan. He made it seem like they had WMDs, and they didn't. Everybody knows they didn't. And so they just put it on the news cycle over and over, because if you just keep repeating a lie, people will believe it. Then you can do whatever you want. So I think they'll just slowly move away. All right. My question, thank you, Chris, for the, Be Free. Do you see a relationship for me this year. I will tell you what I tell every single person that ever asks me that question. Number one, get your trauma worked out. Make sure you have been through therapy, read a lot of self-help books, dealt with any of your triggers and traumas from your childhood, from your past relationships, from your family. Deal with all of your emotions, get your education, get your job, get your housing, everything worked out so you can be a fully independent and successful person alone. When you do that, then, and maybe you've already done all that, then you will attract a person who's vibrating at your frequency, and or you will be able to discern if somebody comes into your life that's a useless piece of crap, that you shouldn't be with them. So all of this self-work we have to do for ourselves is to help us learn that this person is either good or bad for us. And so that's the whole thing, right? Figure out what's good or bad for you and heal your trauma. Julie Word asked me on Facebook, oh, this is a great question. What are my thoughts on the object that is coming through our galaxy in October, November? It is, okay, I just recorded my Soul Twin Stars podcast with Lady Shadow a couple days ago, and we talked a lot about this. That's being released Friday morning at 6 a.m. So please listen to that. It will be on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere podcasts are found. All right, so it's Atlas. It's the Atlas comet. I think it's 3I Atlas, and it is making its closest approach to the sun in October. And it is, there's so much to this. Okay. So if you don't know me, my master's degree is in astronomy. And so this stuff, like, I can get really technical, so I'm going to try not to. Basically, there's a lot of weird characteristics about this object. And my opinion is, if an alien race wanted to move fast through the galaxy in order to check out our solar system, because it's going very close to Jupiter, Mars, and Earth. It's not going to hit us, but it's going close enough to take readings if there's a robot on board, or computers or whatever. If I was going to send a mission to another solar system, I would land my computer equipment on an object that's already traveling very fast. That way, I don't need to spend my resources to build a spaceship to fly that far. So I would use an existing natural object, just like this comet is. It is going so fast that the sun's gravity will not pull it in and will not slow it down or speed it up. It's just going to go whoop right by, because it's traveling so fast. That's how we know it's from another solar system, because if it was from our solar system, it could never travel that fast. Everything in our solar system is bound to the gravity of the sun. Okay. And it's at an odd angle. That's very unusual. It's at the equator of the sun. That's called the plane of the ecliptic. And so it is probably, it's a natural object in my belief. But if it is from another civilization, it's a natural object they used to piggyback their scientific equipment on to check us out. That's how I would do it. And so that's my opinion. It's a natural object from another solar system that could possibly have some alien technology on it if they sent it here. That's how I would do it. Okay. So that's that. I hope that answered your question, Julie. Oh, hi, Gail. Hi, Juniper. Yay, physics. Hello. Explain it to me like I'm 5. It's a really fast-moving object that may have some alien technology on it, and has some weird stuff going on. That's I hope that helps. Hi, Leota, Madam Leota. We got Madam Leota, Julie Word, and Miss Jackson in the house. Hi, A Chaotic. Your question's coming up. Kaya said aliens here are here to help us so we don't destroy ourselves. You know, Kaya, I taught astronomy in college and high school for years, and I still teach it at a for a nonprofit. And I always tell my students, if aliens wanted to kill us, we would never know they were here. We would not need to know they were here because it wouldn't be like the movie Independence Day. There would be no explosions and all that stuff. They would drop a virus in a few places, few busy metropolitan areas, New York, Shanghai, Tokyo, wherever, Melbourne, I don't know, LA, Buenos Aires, trying to get, a bunch of parts of the world there. They drop a virus. We would not know they did it. It would spread like that. It would spread so fast, we'd all be dead before we even knew aliens did it. That's how they would do it. Because a virus, you can kill everyone on Earth with a few drops of a virus, a few drops of liquid. It is much easier to sequence a virus that is deadly than to haul a bunch of explosives across the galaxy. It's a waste of resources when you can take a little tiny petri dish, something, less than this much. That's my thyroid medicine, by the way. A tiny little bit of stuff could do us all in. All right. So if they wanted us gone, we'd have been gone. All right. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much. My bachelor's degree is biology. So I studied astrobiology, which is alien life. That was actually my field of study. So that's why I can combine the biology and the astronomy. All right. Next question from Cherie. Will I have a big move coming soon? So Cherie, I don't know if you're here, but if you're watching the replay, I'm going to pull it one tarot for Cherie. Aliens think we're very immature, I can tell you that. We're sociologically very ignorant. Cherie, Ace of Cups. Joy, new feelings, new love or relationships. Not that you will leave the romantic relationship you're in. Emotional awakening. Oh, there she is, Cherie. This is for you, Ace of Cups. Emotional awakening, personal growth, compassion, and creativity. So if you want that new move, whatever that looks like for you, this card indicates that you can do it. Okay? You can do it. All right. Yes, Juniper Vale. All right, going back up because I missed a bunch of comments. Hello, everybody. Don't forget Book Club, Eckhart Tolle and New Earth, Saturday morning. It's totally free. I'll be posting the Zoom link if you want to join by Zoom, and I will be streaming live. I have to figure out how to do that, so bear with me. Hello, Dawn. All right. Leota, Kelsey, do you think things will improve for me in September? What do you see for my overall well-being? So I'm going to pull Rider-Waite Tarot, Leota, Madam Leota. Oh, the Lovers. All right. So this means partnerships, harmony. This could be romantic, job partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, family relationships, any type of unity, choices, collaborating with someone to get the results that you need to get. And that may be for your overall well-being. So that's for you, Leota. All right, let's see. Hello, Richleen. Karina, hello. Mangled Unicorn, Chris C., you're welcome. Richleen asked a question. Yeah, Kaya. Oh, okay, you were here. All right, let's see. Richleen, your question cut off. What about eclipse? Any changes? Oh. Good. I'm so glad you brought that up. All right, so Sunday is a full moon, and I don't know if any of you have been feeling loony already, but I've been feeling loony for several days. I don't know if you noticed, I didn't post a lot, hardly anything in the last few days because I've been quite overwhelmed with emotions and very busy and needing to rest. So, and I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, very heavy work days between this and my other job. So I know you guys are all very busy and I appreciate you being here. So a lot of stuff. Full moons are great for manifesting. Full moons are great for abundance. Eclipses can be, one thing is covering another. And so something may reveal itself on the other side of an eclipse, which could change trajectories of whatever situation you're in. We all have our own life path. So when we do general readings like this, it may apply to person A differently than person B. So whatever needs to be revealed may be revealed through this eclipse. And full moons are times of gathering abundance fulfillment. So, and happy birthday, September 8th. And my husband's is September 9th. And anybody who knows Linda G, hers is September 10th. So yes. Changes will be different for everyone, but yes, changes are ahead. All right. I'm just looking through the questions. Julie, will my sister get her disability soon? Well, you know, everything's up in the air with that, but let's ask tarot. Regular Rider-Waite tarot, sister disability for Julie. And I still have to go back to the other list of questions. Oh. So, death, she's not going to die. I'm not saying that. That's not what this card means. This means the end of one thing and the beginning of another. So, if she has applied and done all the work, this may be the death of the stress and the rebirth of the new, less stressful era. That's one possibility. Okay. Oh, Mrs. T. Why does my adult niece exclude me and dislike me so much? I need a sip of water for this. Family dynamics can be very complicated, but humans are really pretty simple to figure out for the most part. Mostly, right? There's only so many different personality types. And most people who dislike someone for apparently no reason, you're like, I don't know why somebody doesn't like me. Sometimes we irritate their demons. So every person who judges you based on their insecurities. Period. This is for everyone. If someone is judging you and disliking you, you're triggering something they dislike in themselves. So all you can do is move forward with love and boundaries and allow her to be herself. And you don't have to deal with her. You don't have to put up with her. Just be your authentic self respectfully with love and boundaries. You can't change someone's perspective. People have to go through phases of growth in order to see the reality. And sometimes we must accept that there are people who just don't like us and will never like us. Period. Okay, lots of comments. Thank you, Abby. Okay, I'm doing the mirror thing, but I did pray for my hater. Yeah, you can pray for your haters. Gary for grace. Body sickness due to cursed food, financial blockage, waiting for 2 checks, 4 dead spirits attached to my body. Gary for grace, I would say start a meditation practice, burn some sage, set your intention, Sometimes we have blockages. I do not believe in any way, shape, or form that there are spirits attached to anyone's body. I think all of those things are manifestations of our own fears and traumas. So I wish you all the wonderfulness and health and wealth and abundance in the world. I'm going to pull a card for you. Knight of Wands, bravery, fearless, confident, adventurous, hero, inspired action. So you need to take inspired action. You need to be the hero for you to overcome these things. Start meditating immediately and know those blockages, you have to make them go away. But only you can do it. Nobody else can do it. You can pay somebody a bunch of money, but that's just a placebo effect. You can do it all yourself. You can do it. All right. I have questions on the document I have to go back to. So Kelly Chuff 6437 said she's feeling stuck in the mud and not sure what direction she should be going in. Will I find the job that will suit my needs? Okay, so these are questions that were sent in previously. Kelly Chuff, finding a job. Oh, movement, 8 of Wands. All right, wands are always things are in motion, things are in flux, rapid change, gaining momentum, fruits of labor, quick action, excitement. So Kelly Chuff, if you're watching, this is a positive card saying you have to quick action, movement. It's a yes if you do the work. That's for Kelly. Next question, chaotic. I think you're here. How are things going to go at my retail job for the holidays? Leadership is stressed out. Girl, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be stressful. I'm assuming chaotic's a female. I don't know. It's going to be stressful, period. There's no two ways about it. Holidays and retail, I worked that for years. It's very stressful. It's a great time to lose weight. Half the deck fell out, so we're going to start over. Chaotic. All right. Oh, I can't believe this card fell out for that question. The 5 of Wands, competition, conflict. Everybody's in a battle. So meditate, deep breaths, be prepared. If you're prepared for what's to come and you keep a cool mind and realize none of this shit makes a difference anyway, people are just greedy, wanting to buy everything up, just keep a cool head. Just keep a cool head. Every time you go into work during that chaotic stuff, breathe deep. Take a lesson from how they do it at Disney World. I don't know if you've ever been to Disneyland or World, but they are trained to be very calm and move and talk very slow. Calm and slow. Be calm and slow. That slows down any chaotic person coming at you and attacking you because you don't have the khakis they were looking for in a size 2 or whatever. Calm and slow. Calm and slow. Speak at a regular volume. And if somebody's yelling at you, just call for security and tell them, I'm not going to let you treat me that way. Calm and slow. Calm and slow. All right, let's see. What else do we have? I may be missing some of these comments. Hi, Manx girl. Cherry, will I be happy in my smaller house in a few weeks? These stubborn cards today. I said shuffle again, so I got to shuffle. The book club, Glenda, will be recorded. Book club is Saturday. Will I be happy in my new small house? 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Yes, you will be happy. That's a happy card. Unified love. shared understanding. It's also about romantic relationships. So if you love that house, you're gonna love it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Zebra Girl. When will I get over long COVID? Long COVID, you probably will have residual effects off and on for a very long time, but you can learn to manage the symptoms. There's depending on what your symptoms are, there's a variety of holistic methods. If anybody has any holistic tips and tricks, I know there's some of my people on here who have a lot of holistic suggestions for things. There's a lot of really cool, a good multivitamin, something that's anti-inflammatory, like that mushroom coffee. There's a really good mushroom coffee out there that's good for anti-inflammatory. I just ordered some. I haven't tried it, but all my friends are on it and they love it. So that's what I would say about that. Giselle, how can I get rid of my immunity problems? Giselle, I also have an autoimmune disease, a couple of them actually. And all you can do is work around them. Really rest. I take a lot of naps. I take naps every day. Sometimes I take 2 naps a day because of my immune deficiency, I don't sleep well at night, but I'm so tired during the day and I wake up around this time of night. Like I'm wide awake for hours. So all you can do is work around them. That's all you can do. Find natural solutions. Anti-inflammatory. Lots of stuff. Google anti-inflammatory suggestions. I'm not saying you have to change your whole life overnight, but start with anti-inflammatory. I went gluten-free. I'm about 99% gluten-free. That helped a lot. And it's pretty easy to do. Lisa G. This was from YouTube that was posted a question. Do you see my life situation getting better in the next few months? So Lisa G, if you're watching. Woo, that one fell. I'll be back. All right, Lisa G, if you're watching. Ace of Swords, clarity. You will have clarity. You'll make a sound decision. You'll have a breakthrough. So Lisa G, if you do the work, set your intention, have gratitude, be positive as much as you can, not toxically positive, just positive as you can, then yes, you will have improvements. You're welcome. You're welcome. Juniper Vale, I think it's the full moon eclipse. And I think the news may be triggering. There was a lot of news triggering for many people today. People who experienced a lot of trauma when they were younger. I don't want to say it on here, but if you know, you know. The news has been triggering a lot of people because of the files that are being discussed a lot. That's been triggering a lot of people and making a lot of people anxious. Oh, turmeric. Yes, turmeric. Very good. That's a good one. Vitamin C, D, E, zinc, and magnesium. Yes. Exhaustion is, yeah, me too. My biggest symptom is exhaustion. I take a very good multivitamin. I take extra vitamin B complex. MCT oil is really good for that. Oh, that's funny, Beverly, about the quieter. Deborah wants to know about our cat sitting business. I think you sent that in earlier. I think that's on my list of questions. So your cat business. Are you the one that lives in the 55 and older community? Let's see what the cards say. Now remember, everybody lives their own life path. And these cards are only a guide. We have to do the work in order to be successful. Just because a card says success, you still have to do the work. That's for anybody watching. 10 of Cups. That's good. Harmony, contentment, celebrations, emotional stability, and security. 10 of Cups. That's good. See, they're celebrating. So if you do the work, you can be successful. But I think you said you don't have a car and you're limited to the area. So I would make your expectations, maybe send out a survey, like maybe hand mail people or go to their houses if you're able to solicit, or if you have like like my neighborhood has a Facebook group, maybe put a question in the neighborhood group website or whatever, how many people have cats and would be interested in a cat sitting service, because you have a limited number of clients. So I would do that. All right. What do we have? Karina's starting a new job. Oh, I'm sorry, Manx girl. Do you drink coffee? Cut back on the caffeine or stop drinking it after noon and try that for a week and see if that helps. Trump running his big mouth again made me anxious. When he was missing, I was calm. Exactly. Stop watching the news. Stop watching the news. Karina would like a card. Jennifer, when he was kissing, you were calm. See, you rewrote it to missing. That's funny. Karina, card for Karina. Karina, 6 of Cups. Playful, carefree, joy, comfort, pleasure, familiarity, sensual delights. So you need to have some fun. Have some fun. Do something that satisfies your mind and your body. That's for you, Karina. Oh, B12 injections are an excellent idea for energy. Yes. And vitamin D. Most people are vitamin D deficient. So that's another good one for energy. All right. I'm reading from Norma Stone. Walking your dog late at night, saw a turquoise blue light overhead. Later, I saw another turquoise blue ball of light. It was hovering in the branches of a tree across the street. When I checked 20 minutes later, it was still there. That could have been several things. So, astronomically, if you could see the sky behind the tree, there are several giant stars that will appear blue. Now, you said it was the size of a golf ball. Probably wasn't a star. It could have been someone's, what are those hovering things that they send, that like anybody can buy one? Gosh, what's the name of it? A drone. Could have been a drone that got stuck in a tree. It could have been a toy that got stuck in a tree. It could have been, there's a lot of actual reasonable answers for that. If it was moving, it could have been a meteorite, a meteor. Sonora wants to know, that I answered the cat sitting business. Okay. I think that is that the same person? I don't know. Juniper, yes, this is a great question. Does anyone know if we can ask aliens to show themselves to us? Look up Dr. Stephen Greer and C, the letter C, E, capital E, and the number 5. Dr. Stephen Greer, CE5. Look that up. They actually do this. They go out and look up. They go out and do like a little meditation, and they ask the aliens, and they've got some pretty incredible results. Dr. Stephen Greer, CE5. Look that up. You'll be amazed. Drone. Thank you, Jennifer. We can take pics of the sky and maybe catch something alien. Yeah, so we have lots of technology now. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Look it up. We have lots of technology now. And I always say, and it took me a long time to come to this, because I believe aliens are real. As a scientist, I must concede that there's 100% chance that aliens exist. As somebody who's very interested in paranormal things, I want aliens to be coming here for thousands of years, right? I want them to have been here. But I have to be responsible and keep one foot on the ground and be like, it's totally possible that they could have been here for thousands or millions of years. There's no scientific reason why they couldn't be. That's a fact. Has it happened? I haven't seen absolute evidence that it has happened. I've seen a lot of very compelling circumstantial evidence, but not absolute evidence. Annie. Phoenix Lights 97 witness here. Communication at a level where words do not exist. Wow. I want to know more about that. I remember when that happened vividly, and I have been fascinated with it and watched so many shows about it. What happened? What did you witness it live? Do you have pictures? Like, oh my God, I have 10,000 follow-up questions. Kim, can I have a card? Kim. Ooh, the Emperor. Very nice, Kim. This is a great card. The Emperor. Authority. Structure. Dominating. Practical. Experience. Powerful. Discipline. Focus. So this means whatever you're doing and whatever you're wondering about, use that masculine energy that you have to make it happen. Unfortunately, we live in a patriarchy still. Sometimes you have to, like I always say, from my big fat Greek wedding, the man may be the head of the house, but the woman is the neck. She can move the head. Okay. All right. Yes, live. Oh, Annie, please email me because I would love to hear more about that. I would love to hear more about that. Let's see. All right. I have a couple more questions. Tina Sanford, a retiree, wondering if I will be able to make some good money with the essential oil business. I'm worried about running out of retirement. Okay, so I will say this. I was just talking to a client about this earlier. We have the ability to pull in as much abundance as we want. You know how we, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was like some kind of TV show or something where they had like this tube that had a lot of air and there were dollar bills in it and you could grab all the dollar bills. That's how the universe is. We can grab as much, abundance as we want. So to answer your question, you have to do the work. You have to set up a good pipeline. You have to have people help you. There's a lot to it. It does take work and a lot of time. All right. Beverly, I don't know. I think you're asking for a card. Gina. Again, same thing, anti-inflammatory, multivitamin, rest, listen to your body, and gluten-free. Those are my top few tips. B complex, D's, multivitamin, anything anti-inflammatory. That's my viruses never. Did you know that viruses never leave our body? Viruses hide in our DNA. They attach to our DNA and they stay there, and they can come back over and over. Like I have a little scar. I don't know if you can see it on my lip. I had cranial nerve shingles when I was about 45, maybe younger than that, because I had chicken pox when I was a kid. And I had the worst. It was in here. I still have scar tissue inside my ear, and it affected my cranial nerve. And it was like I was being electrocuted for about 2 weeks through my ear. It was the worst pain I've ever had. It was worse than childbirth, and I didn't have an epidural. And I get vertigo from the scar tissue. And I still, when the weather gets weird, I get pain from that. The same pain, just deep inside. So the virus is always in you forever. Humans have no way of getting rid of a virus. So it will be there forever. You just have to work around it. Viruses cannot be cured right now that we're aware of. Yeah, you got to lay down. Yeah, those are all scientific facts. Remember, my undergrad's biology. Studied a lot about viruses and worms and bacteria. So any flu you've ever had, you still have that in your body. Stephanie, my mom is sick. My dad and brother live with her, like they are killing her mentally and now physically with their neediness. Okay. Not to offend anyone in the male gender category, but this isn't every single male person, but very often in this type of scenario, the mom/wife has taken care of these people so long that when she's sick, they are clueless and don't understand that they need to take care of her now and not ask her for things. So she needs somebody to advocate for her if she can't advocate for herself. If she can still advocate for herself, I would go there and I would drop the hammer on these guys and say, what the are you doing? Are you stupid? Get your shit together and take care of mom and stop dragging her down. You just got to be a bitch and you got to take over, period. And you got to tell them how it is. And if you can move your mom, move her out of there. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Sterling confirmed it was alien. So awesome. All right. Good, good, good. Let's see what else. Forgive less. All right. Card for forgive less. I'm going to pull a cosmic energy for you. All right. Ooh, forgive less, creativity. This is telling me that you need to take some time to do more creative things, to take your mind off of the stress that you have in your life right now. Okay. That's for you. Forgive less. Take some time away from the stress and do something creative, whether that's drawing, painting, weaving, I don't know, but making a puzzle, writing a book, writing in your journal, playing a game on the computer, video game. I'm not sure. Whatever it is for you, step away from the stress and into creativity to give your mind a break. Oh, I want to give a shout out to Carol Little. She sent me this bracelet. And the only reason she has my address is because she ordered paintings from me. And I had to have my return address on because I don't have a P.O. box. And she sent me these beautiful moon earrings, which I don't have on right now because I was on calls all day. So these beautiful moon earrings, look how pretty. So Carol, shout out to Carol. Beautiful. And I love this bracelet. Beautiful. Thank you, Carol. All right. Yeah, viruses can go into your bone marrow. Yep, very much so. And that's bad because your blood is made in your bone marrow. So that's super bad. I'm so happy you survived that. Annie said her husband and I saw the lights come over the McDowell Mountains. Perfect boomerang shape and enormous. So could you see the outline of the craft? Because personally, I think a lot of the stuff is us. Like, I think humans are doing this, like a lot of this stuff. I think we have anti-gravity. I think there's so much money in the black budget for all of these things we're doing. I think the United States has some crazy stuff, and we can't even imagine the technology we have. Yes, Gina, they are babies, and it's not cool. It pisses me off when men use weaponized incompetence. It makes me so livid. It makes me so angry when I see these married single mothers carrying 12 bags and 3 kids and the husband's just walking around looking at his phone. Oh my God, it makes me want to scream. Pay attention, look around. I don't buy this. Nobody taught me. Learn. We learned. Nobody taught me. I had to learn stuff, figure it out, help your wife. And if I was a wife, that was, I'd be gone. Anyway, I have strong feelings about it. Hi, Wisdom Seeker. So glad you're here. Let's see what else. Thank you guys are all talking to each other. Love it, love it. Forgive less. I had a reading done by you a few years ago by my uncle, the man in the white suit. Oh my God. I was telling that story the other day. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. And sending you big hugs. Big hugs. Oh, that's wonderful. How's your mediumship journey going? Didn't you take, I think you took a class with me, I think. Let me know. All right. Oh, Carol's so sweet. Soraya Soul card. Married single moms. Yep. The truth after I had that reading with her a few years ago blew my mind. I will never forget that reading because it was on a live stream. And he popped in that white suit as clear as if he was standing in front of me. And I will never forget. I think somebody asked me on a podcast. I was recording a podcast the other day with Life After Life, NDE, a channel. It'll be out in a week or two. And they asked me some of the most profound moments in my mediumship. And I used that example. So you're always front and center on my mind, girl. Always front and center. All right. Yeah. Email me. I swear you were in one of my classes, though. Annie said, I saw the lights. It was otherworldly. My son was walking his dog. It came over our heads. The dog hit the ground. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right. Let's see. Soraya Soul. Soraya Soul. I hope I'm saying that right. Card for Soraya. All right, let's see. I will be live with medium Kathy Behrens tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern again. And I'll be live Friday at probably 7 and 8, something like that, doing card readings and stuff. Kathy will do some mediumship tomorrow night. Okay, I didn't get a flipper. Flippers are my favorite. Oh, joy. You need to find more joy. You need to look for joy and find more joy and concentrate on the joy. Put away the news, put away this doom scrolling, find more joy. I think everybody could use that. Dawn, is my son okay? I'm going to need a little more detail. I'm not sure if you're asking about a living son or a son in spirit. Let me know, and then I can answer. Melody, card for Melody. Oh, that popped out immediately. That didn't even get through a shuffle. Harmony for Melody. Harmony. You need to find some. This makes me feel like you're butting heads with someone about something. You need to find harmony. Sometimes we have to let go of our expectation before we can find harmony. Sometimes we have to admit, we have to think, this was really hard for me. We have to think about, what did I do wrong in this situation, and take responsibility for it, even if we're only 1% wrong. And that is very hard because I'm a Sag, Aries. I'm a triple fire sign. And boy, do I not ever want to admit I made a mistake. But I've learned sometimes we have to search a conversation or a situation, say, what could I do different? And then take accountability for it. Even if the other person is 99% wrong and they don't take accountability, you've done your part. That will help you find harmony. Once they trust that you're going to take accountability over a period of time, then they will repeat the behavior. Bye, Abby. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, sweetheart. I'm glad you're here. All right. Dawn. All right, let's do Dawn. I'm going to pull a tarot for Dawn. Let's see. Is your son okay? Dawn's son. I got 2 flippers. Oh. All right, don't get scared. Don't get scared. The first one is the devil, okay? That doesn't mean he's a devil. It just means he's fighting an inner demon. Could be addiction, a mental health issue. You're welcome, Melody. It could be some type of emotional entrapment about something. You know, there's a lot of different ways we can get emotionally entrapped. Discontent, things like that. Anything that is keeping him from being his true, authentic self. But then the other card that flipped, they flipped one right after another, is the 7 of Cups. He has choices. He can get his way out of this. He just has to make that choice. See all these different pictures on these cups? Those are all his choices. He has endless choices. He has to get out of this bondage, whatever's holding him down, and it's his choice. And then he can make the world whatever he wants for him. Let me know if that resonates, Dawn. Annie, card for me for September. I'm going to pull a Mystic Forest for September for Annie. Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm going to pull moon cards on Friday. My new moon deck, because it's full moon weekend. And eclipse. No cards want to pop. Let's try again. Oh, fulfillment. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone's approval. Whatever you want to do, as long as, you know, it's with the best of intentions. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. Embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you to where you need to go. That's for you. I love that card. All right, let's see. Perfect. Oh, glad, Dawn. Aren't these cards amazing? And the fact that they fell out one after another. Let's see. Oh no, Manx girl. Hold on. He's talking about who was holding his hand when he passed. It makes me feel like somebody was there either right before or right as he passed, and he heard what they said. Let me know if that makes sense. About the holding the hand. Okay. Glenda, is there anything I can do to help my daughter heal? Let me ask my guides. She needs to be I keep hearing take accountability. She needs to take accountability for her actions, and you have to take accountability for your actions. Does not mean you're a bad mother at all. Even great mothers have things to take accountability for. Sometimes our children can't heal until they hear us say those words and really feel us say those words. Even if it was one incident when you didn't take her to the sleepover with the most popular girl in school, that can leave bitterness and anger, right? So just take accountability for your part, but she also needs to take accountability. She needs to come to a place where she can be, I keep hearing she needs understanding for herself. She's not understanding herself. Let me know if that makes sense, Glenda. Oh, $10 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. I'm almost to 100 members, by the way. Thank you, Zebra Girl. You're the best. That is so sweet. I appreciate that. Bye, Leota. Oh, yay. I'm so glad, Dawn. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Sending love and light to you and your son. That is so important. Bye, Gina. You're welcome, Annie. Achaotic. Your father. I keep hearing, now there's a lot of people on here, so forgive me if this belongs to somebody else. Lung and tumor. Those are the two words that popped in my head. So I don't know if that's him or somebody else on here, but I keep hearing lung and tumor. Oh, Manx girl will drive safely. Drive safe. No, he's safe. His soul is safe and at peace. And he's saying, he's singing that Party Like It's 1999 song. He doesn't want people to be sad. He doesn't want people to be sad. He wants people to be happy. He's saying, I'm free of my body. Where was Prince? That's right. That's right. All right. I was looking for an answer to something I asked, and now I can't remember. All right. Let's see. The healing is not related to our relationship, but a traumatic event she recently went through. Okay. Mm. Yeah, she just needs to. I understand what you mean by the healing is not related to your relationship, but even when someone's suffering from another traumatic event, it's always validating to talk to them and let them know that you understand what they went through and let them know that anything you have ever done that could have harmed them in any way, take accountability. It's just a good practice for a parent to do. It's very hard to do that when she's ready. And I hope she's okay. And I'm so sorry she went through a traumatic event. That is so sad. So sorry to hear that. I wish her healing. All right. So let's see, last minute questions. This is a great question. My 2-year-old got scared by someone in the garage. Kids see spirits all the time. They, especially 2 to 7 years old, they are very, they haven't fully forgotten the spirit world. So they see spirits all the time. So literally it could have been anybody. Could have been somebody you never knew. It could have been some, a grandparent, somebody from down the street who passed away. It could have literally been anybody. Next time, it's very important. There's a difference between, you have to be discerning with your kids. If you were there and you saw that there was not a human there, like a stranger in the garage, then you can explain to her, sometimes we'll see invisible friends. Use language she may understand because she's 2, so she, you have a limited vocabulary with her. Invisible friends aren't there to harm us. The worst thing you can do is make her fearful of invisible friends. Now, it's hard with a 2-year-old because a 2-year-old may not know the difference between a ghost or an invisible soul person and a human, because you definitely don't want your 2-year-old going up and hugging a stranger in the garage, right? So you have to explain it to her. And I'm sure you don't leave your 2-year-old out in the garage by herself. So you have to explain it to her. Invisible friends are not scary. They just want to come by and say hi. But real humans, stranger danger, whatever you tell her about that. But 2's pretty young. So I have never seen any actual evidence of any soul harming a human. There are stories, but I've never seen any evidence of it. So, I'm sorry that she got scared by that. Double pneumonia. Okay. So he probably had pulmonary embolisms and all kinds of stuff in there. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for any new memberships. Monster spray for my son when he was little. This is great. It was lavender essential oil and water. Oh, that is a great idea. Maybe monsters use a nicer word if your daughter was scared. Angel. Maybe she might be more scared by the word monster, but this is a great idea. Maybe call it invisible friend spray or something less scary. You're welcome, Yvette. Okay, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. It was bright red. I love that. I used to have a little paper bag, like a little lunch bag, when my kids would get a boo-boo that, they didn't need to cry for 30 minutes about. It was just a little scrape. I'd get the bag and like if they had a boo-boo on their elbow, I'd say, here, put the boo-boo in the boo-boo bag. And it was like a miracle. Their boo-boo, their crying went away. Go away spray. That's a great one. That's a great one. You're welcome, Julie. Bye, everybody. I will be live tomorrow at 8 with medium Kathy Barron. She's going to do some mediumship readings. I may do some mediumship readings as well. Thank you for all my members. Thank you for all the super chats. And then I'll be live Friday, regular live, and my members only live. That's where all the good stuff happens. So good night, everyone. Thank you for being here. Sending lots of love and peace to everyone, and have a wonderful evening and a wonderful upcoming eclipse full moon weekend. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. Don't forget Saturday book club. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night.